Hey, what did you notice, Eric?
What was I supposed to notice?
We put the wrong opening.
Well, wasn't that's not a we thing. That's a you thing.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you had been here on time, all right. If you were here on time, you would have been on time for the right opening, but you weren't. Just saying.
Hey, so I'm Eric DiGirolamo,
Oh, and I'm John Camo,
and
and
I
this
got
is. Go ahead.
this is the Canton Chronicle.
Yeah,
And,
it's 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock.
and John, I got a question for you because it's been driving me nuts all day.
Yeah. No. You know what? We're doing this over. We're doing it over. All right. Is this thing on? Is it working now?
So, John, now that we've taken care of your ADD situation, I got a question for you.
Well, hold on a minute. We started over. Let's start all over again. Good evening, Canton. We're officially back on our normal scheduled time, 7 p.m., not 7-ish. Well, I guess it is 7-ish because we've been playing our openings. And I'm John Camo.
And I'm Eric DiGirolamo.
And this is Canton Chronicle Live, Sunday edition. Okay, Eric, what do you want to ask me?
I need to know. I need a good gone bad update. Is there
Good
anything
gone bad update?
I mean, is somebody still being paid month after month to?
It's gone bad. It's gone bad.
You got anything for us?
I have nothing for you, but I have the same questions as you, and I'm sure people at home. And it got me thinking. I'm like, you know what? Unless we ask, they're not going to tell us. Right?
Oh, they're definitely not going to tell us.
Okay. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, that is the email to the Board of Selectmen. And I know tomorrow is a holiday, so they're not going to get it tomorrow. But I think everybody should write to the Board of Selectmen or Select Board and ask them if they are going to give us an update on Sean Good. Is it concluded? Are they halfway done? Are they 3/4 done? Like, what is the deal?
If they need somebody to read some text message, I probably get that done in a day.
When did this start?
I don't know the exact date, but we're on multiple months at this stage.
Apologize. Also, I apologize for my voice because I went. Remember, I had that little medical issue. God forbid, I walked into a hospital. Next thing you know, I have a cold.
I lost you on your mic's not as loud as it was.
Oh, it's not?
Something happened.
What do you mean something happened?
Now you're fine. Right back to normal.
Right back to normal. Yeah.
I don't know what.
This is what happens when I decide to leave the studio and go to the more cushy, every time I see you, you're like sitting back on your couch and you're just hanging out. I wanted to do the same thing. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to the studio and get to the chair. But I'm at
the viaduct, buddy.
I do have. Let me see if I can show you guys. I can't get over there. But yeah, I could do it the old fashioned way. There he is. There's my partner today. I got a partner with me.
Doesn't seem to really give her, you know what?
He wants to be right there with me though. So, wow, it's almost as if we haven't been around in forever.
Why? Where have we been?
Well, there was a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
right?
Well, we haven't been around on Sundays, yes.
On Sundays. I miss our Sunday people. So people, as you're tuning in, right there at the bottom of the screen, that's the email to the Board of Selectmen. If you guys have questions, just like we have questions, and you want to know what's the deal with Sean Good, that's where you would send your questions. You know.
I think at this stage we should know more. We should, it doesn't sound like it's a good situation, and why is it dragging on for so long?
Can't answer that. There's six people, seven if you include the seven if you include the town council that are in position to take care of that for the town.
Who's doing the investigation, and at the end of the day, who's making the decisions based on what the investigation provides?
Yeah, no clue. No clue. So there's your update on Sean Good. There is no update.
Thanks. Great.
Right. Guys, tonight, hopefully we have a very good show for you guys. We were going to do, I guess we can start it with, everybody's aware that there were 4 officers that received subpoenas. They were charged in connection with the death of recruit Enrique Delgado Garcia. All 4 charged with involuntary manslaughter. One of them charged with perjury. They were not arrested. No handcuffs, no perp walk, no knocks on the door. They were indicted by a grand jury, and they're going to get summons. All right, people. You got people on both sides. You got the people that said, why weren't they perp walked like Karen was? Well, prosecutors chose to summons the troopers to appear in court. Legally, it's allowed. In higher level cases, defendants are often notified to appear rather than just picked up immediately. Like I said, 2 sides to it. It's standard procedure sometimes in the cases such as like this. They don't think they're flight risks. They're law enforcement. They think, they believe they will show up to court. So that's what we have with Enrique.
Well, I think that Enrique deserved to have them do the prep walk. And I can understand, that it even in Karen Reed's situation, that certainly wasn't necessary. They didn't need to do that. They could have, had the attorneys and her go into the police station instead of going to her house, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I get it here too. I mean, I don't believe any of them are necessarily flight risks or anything like that. They're gonna be charged either way. But in this circumstance, I just think based on what happened, and the investigation and how long it took, the perp walk would have been a warranted situation.
Yep. Just wanted to let our Kronks know that there's going to be more to this story. We're working on something. You're probably going to be hearing you're going to be hearing more from us before our next live. Let's just go with that. And it has to deal with Enrique. So we're working on a story that should be out sometime midweek. I guess because I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'll keep my thoughts to myself for a minute on that. What else did we got, Eric? We got microdots, Eric.
Yeah, we got a little treat, I think.
Okay.
I would put this in definitely a treat for the Kronks.
Yeah. So folks, I'll just give you a quick rundown. So if you guys are just tuning in, we're going to be covering some of the news that has to deal with the Norfolk County District Attorney's race. We are going to be dealing with some of the mountains and mountains of information that has come out over the last couple days. Thank you to Marbury versus Marbury, and I always get this wrong, so I got to check. It's Sharky. No, what is it called? It's Kyle Sharky and Loophole Lawyer. We have stuff that we're going to be discussing about Kerry Roberts and Matt McCabe, Sean Good, Mulaney, Lanka. So we're going to be discussing some of that in a few minutes. But let's go back to Norfolk County District Attorney for a minute. Yes, Richie, where is that? That went so fast. Richie is now moved on to Kelsey Fitz. No, he's not moved on, but he's also doing a Kelsey Fitzsimmons video. This kid is incredible. And he has agreed to allow us to play some of his stuff tonight. So we got a couple minutes that we want to bring up because it's going to tie into something I want to discuss about the Norfolk County District Attorney's race.
Couple minutes or like 9 minutes?
Was it 8-9 minutes? Yeah. So
it's 9 minutes or so.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to play it, folks. And hopefully you guys, now, any of you guys that, and Iced Coffee Girl, it's about time you're here. We're here at 7. Anyways, if you haven't gone to his YouTube page, please go like and subscribe. It's free. He also has a paid site too. But let's bring it up. Let's bring up his stuff.
When Michael Morrissey announced he wouldn't be running for re-election as Norfolk County DA, we knew a hand-picked friendly candidate was coming. One who wouldn't reopen the O'Keefe case and would toe the line that Karen Read was guilty. Someone who would protect all of the dirty players involved and hide the corruption. And when he passed the microphone to Greg Connor after the Walsh conviction, it was obvious who that candidate would be.
My audio.
Knowing Michael Morrissey's precarious circumstances make it easy to predict his actions. Our thesis is he has a lot to hide. His decisions should follow a consistent and predictable pattern in service of that goal. As his term was coming to an end, he faced a very serious dilemma. Should he run again? Or should he retire? The decision sounds straightforward, but it's not. The position he held provided a fortress of immunity for those within his circle. It allowed them to take extraordinary risks in court with no fear of consequence. Tamper with evidence. Confidently commit perjury. All while knowing Michael Morrissey would never pursue charges against them. Or himself. He can't just walk away from it. Because they all still need that protection. So why doesn't he run? His approval rating is non-existent. He's loathed by the general public for trying to prosecute Karen Read. It's common knowledge that his office was investigated by the Department of Justice for corruption. He's not running because he could never win, and he knows it. That leaves him only one choice: to step aside and find a cleaner candidate to put his resources behind. Chief Trial Counsel Greg Connor is the logical choice. He has been employed by the Norfolk District Attorney's Office for 25 years. He successfully prosecuted Emmanuel Lopes after the brutal murder of beloved hero Weymouth officer Michael Chesner. He was lead prosecutor in the Brian Walsh trial and secured a landmark first-degree murder conviction, proving guilt even in the absence of the victim's remains. Serving as chief trial counsel for the past 10 years has carried significant responsibilities. He isn't just a lawyer, he's the office's primary strategist, the architect. In the landscape of Norfolk County, every high-profile case for the past decade has filtered through Greg Conner. They will desperately try to distance him from what his team did to Karen Reed. But they can't, because he's caught on video, sitting in on opening statements during the first trial, diligently taking notes, pages of them, non-stop, while Adam Lally speaks, as well as David Yannetti.
And you'll know that he did, because he told his high school buddies that he was searching her phone for nude photos of Karen Reed. And he was disappointed he hadn't found any yet. That is the professional and unbiased investigator who was chosen to lead the investigation into the death of John O'Keefe. You will learn that one of Michael Proctor's high school friends commented to him that with a dead body on the front lawn, where is John? Why didn't he come home? What happened to him? And you will learn that she was racking her brain for what possibly could have happened. You'll learn that Brian Higgins called him back 17 seconds later, and they connected 22 seconds on their cell phones. You'll be asked to consider just how long 22 seconds is and what could be said and discussed during that long of a phone call. You will consider that phone call in the context of the other curious thing.
It appears that Greg Conner took an active role in knowingly prosecuting an innocent woman, likely helping form alibis for deleted phone calls, looking for nudes of Karen Reed, and incriminating Google searches to determine exactly how long it would take for Officer John O'Keefe to die in the freezing cold. Unethical things a prosecutor should never do. But there's something else Greg Conner was involved in. Something so stomach-turning that I hesitate to describe it. This beautiful young girl's name is Sandra. She grew up in Norfolk County. At the age of 13, she joined the Explorers program at the Stoughton Police Department. She looked up to police and wanted to be one herself, so she could help people. That's where she met the three men who would do horrible things to her. She thought they were her friends. And when she got pregnant, they brutally murdered her, staging the scene to make it look like she had done it to herself. Michael Morrissey and Greg Conner's office wrote it off as self-inflicted and quickly closed the books, likely to protect their cop friends. And even after the FBI investigated and charged Matthew Farwell with killing Sandra and her unborn child, supported by overwhelming evidence, Michael Morrissey and his lieutenant Greg Conner refused to admit it was a homicide and never brought charges against Farwell at the state level. And how could they, admitting they were wrong about Birchmore and that the federal authorities were right, while they themselves were under investigation for their conduct in the Reed case, would have had fatal consequences. A man with ethics would have resigned, but Greg Conner just covered it up. At the very least, it appears his loyalty to Morrissey led him to go along with decisions that should have been unthinkable. If you want to test Greg Conner's moral compass, just ask where he stands on Birchmore's death. After years in a leadership role at the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, overseeing its most lurid scandals, and while the office itself is being investigated for corruption, what in the world makes Greg Conner believe anyone wants him? The man who helped facilitate the very decisions that led the people of Norfolk County to lose trust in the institution that he now wants to lead. And who in their right mind would support a candidate handpicked by the most disgraced DA in the country? They will try to distance him from all of Michael Morrissey's odious misconduct. But Greg Conner is a part of it. He's synonymous with it. They are one and the same.
Racial slurs and offensive and inappropriate language.
No nudes so far.
No nudes so far, correct?
Correct.
And you said that to your bosses.
Distasteful, unprofessional, inappropriate, in poor taste, juvenile, sexist, disgusting.
It's time to break the neck of corruption in Norfolk County. The videos will never stop. To support them, become a $5 member. Visit patreon.com/microdots.
Well, there you go.
Richie does fantastic work.
He is amazing. Now, speaking of this Mr. Conner, candidate for Norfolk County District Attorney, what's the first thing he does when he files to run? He puts his residential address as 45 Shawmut Road, Canton, which anyone from Canton knows 45 Shawmut Road, Canton is the Norfolk County District Attorney's office. It's a government building. It's not his residence. But when Deitch runs for the same board,
Or Deitch.
Well, I'm wrong then. Maybe it's Deitch.
I don't know. I'm going with Deitch, but I'm not 100% either.
You
I know
stand on
one
the
thing.
side of the couch. Yeah.
I'm in his corner. I'm gonna support him wholeheartedly.
Yeah. Well, the other guy's got to list his address. This guy lists Shawmut Road as his address, and then on another paper, on his treasuring paper, he puts his real address down. It just was it a clerical mistake? Was it just because they're allowed to, because he's a government, person, and he doesn't want to put his home? Well, I don't know. It just kind of looks a little skeezy to me.
It just reeks, is what it does. It reeks.
It does. Transparency. It reeks of transparency. It's more of
More bullshit.
more bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, Eric doesn't know a lot about this, and neither do I. And this is an audible, folks. I'm gonna I follow on my Instagram, on the gram, this fellow who plays hockey, or he played hockey. And if anyone watched the trials back when there was the Zooming stuff going on with the Karen Reed trial, you guys remember when somebody yelled out "Free Billy Tibbetts"? Well, Billy Tibbetts is on Instagram. And you guys all know the Advantage Boys, right? The Colin and the Advantage Boys. So I don't know anything about this. I'm just going by what is out there now online. Okay. Yep. Billy Tibbetts. Okay. Apparently there was,
So, John, your source is Billy Tibbetts.
I'm reading it right from Billy Tibbetts' Instagram. Yeah. He's a crazy man, Gina. Right. Okay. So there happened to be, the Advantage Boys, there's, they have it's the pay hockey. It's not youth hockey. And, there was a group of 11 to 14-year-olds that played. They were in a camp over at Harvard University. And I'm just going to read from what's posted online, because maybe we need to keep an eye out for this. So the coach of the Advantage Boys is a Boston cop, and his son plays on the team. His name's Jeff Conley, Boston police officer. He's the coach of the Advantage Boys, right? So eventually what happened was, making its way around the hockey circles, I guess on the last day of the camp, it was over at Harvard, the kids were in the locker room, and several of the Advantage players attacked a kid from Top Gun. Top Gun's one of the other, every rink has their own private groups. So Top Gun was out of another rink, but so they're all over at Harvard. Yep, club team is the Boston Advantage. Yes, McDickles. Okay, so on the last day of camp, the kids were in the locker room, and several of the Advantage players attacked a kid from Top Gun. They jumped him, held him down, and beat him up. The kid's father, I guess there's pictures of his injuries, but the kid really got beat up. The father's a disabled veteran. He couldn't get down to the locker room quick enough, but eventually he got down there. By the time he did, Conley was whisking away his son and the other kids. Ultimately, the father called the police, and the Harvard University police showed up. The father wanted the players investigated and charged, but the police were confused while Conley and the rest of the parents had taken their kids away before the police showed up. Apparently, Teddy Donato personally called. Once again, this is just them talk. This is what's on Instagram. I'm not reporting this. Teddy Donato personally called the owner of Top Gun and threatened him to quiet his parent or he'd ruin their program. The assistant coach, Marku, Markku, then called the parent of the kid who was assaulted and insinuated that his kid would have problems playing hockey in Massachusetts if they went forward. But he pretended he was telling him in a way that was looking out for him. So it's just something we might want to keep an eye on, that there might be some news coming from the hockey circles regarding all these kids, the fight, the Advantage Boys. It's
So,
like I said,
John,
it's just something
did I catch that right? This was at a hockey rink
it was at Harvard University,
at Harvard University, in the locker room or on the ice?
in the locker room.
I got to assume
Just
there's
recently.
going to be coaches inside that locker room. Well, the
Well,
kids
the
are
coach
in
is a
there, right?
Boston cop.
Yeah.
Well, they usually stand outside the door. They stand in the hallway.
Okay. So,
So,
I'm just curious if adults witness this and watch this and let it happen.
Yeah. So this is something that happened over the last couple of days. So it's something that we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on. I'll be watching this Billy Tibbets's Instagram, free Billy Tibbets. Yeah. So
Was Judge Canone there for that free Billy Tibbets, or was that Judge?
that was, yeah. Where are the teams from? You don't get. Okay. So they're all Boston teams. This was a camp over at Harvard University. A lot of rinks now, instead of playing for youth hockey, parents want to put their kids into this paid hockey. Barletta has a program down in Walpole. The Levels have a program. I believe that's the Advantage Boys. The Top Gun is another one out of the rinks. The BU Terriers, not Boston University, but the Boston Terriers is, I think, came out of the Canton, not the Sportsplex. What's the old? Yeah, the Sportsplex, not the Ice House. They're all club teams. That it's big business. It's literally what it is. It's pay to play. It's big business. The Junior Terriers used to play out. The Terriers, I think, used to play out of the Canton Sportsplex. So the Advantage Boys are one of the teams. I think they're out of Rockland now, but yeah.
So
So
if
just
you pay,
something-
your kid plays.
Oh no, you got to. I mean, you pay through the roof. I mean, this is team uniforms and helmets and sticks and gloves and shirts and your kids are going to get ice time and scouts and you're gonna, they're going to be playing Division 2 and 3 hockey. There's no more 2 hockey, but yeah. Oh, the Bavis rink is now the BU Terriers out of the Bavis rink. So yeah, so some of our people know what this is. So if any of you hockey moms that are watching, you might want to keep an eye out for any kind of news about the Terriers. Not the Terriers. I'm sorry. I just the Advantage Boys. So we're gonna see if it kind of gets nothing to see here.
I had no idea the Advantage Boys were 11 to 14 years old.
No, they go all the way. No, Advantage. So it's every group. Like when we grew up,
It's
their version of the youth program. It's Might, Squirt, Spit, but nowadays they call it U16, U18, right. Yep. See, they get it. Some of them plays. They play out of frame. Yeah. Right. See? Yeah. And that's the other thing. A lot of the rinks now, they have this live bond or this black pair. And the rinks now won't let the parents video their kids. You have to buy the video stream from the rink. It's one more way of them making money.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just a little side note that we that I decided to sneak in there that because I literally stumbled across that at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Folks for Canton, another seat that's opening up. All right, here's another one. Eric's just gonna take a back seat too, right?
What?
2 jobs, 1 seat. That's what I'm gonna call this. 2 jobs, 1 seat. So Michael Loughran is now running for state rep in the 6th Norfolk District, while he still wants to remain on the Canton Select Board because you know what? He's doing a great job, and that it is what it is. Now, is it legal? Yes, it's absolutely legal. We have a Galvin, our
John,
state.
Does it happen all the time at all levels of government?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Representative Galvin is a assessor, and he's a state rep. Plenty of local officials run for higher office. But here's the thing. And this is just like I said, this isn't with Eric. This is my thing. When this town was at its peak tension and he was the chairman of the select board, right? When residents were demanding transparency, when trust in local government was fragile, what did he do? Ran to his dining room behind his Hummels and he Zoomed the meetings. He forced me into every outfit I could think of in front of his house.
He hid from the chicken man.
He hid from the chicken, right? The cake. He wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too, right? The elephant, the duck, you name it. He ran, right? Wasn't a hybrid. He didn't expand access to anyone. He limited access, right? They even, I mean,
listen,
remember those.
It was a resume builder. He's going to be able to say, hey, Zoom is my specialty.
Zoom. He's great at Zoom meetings, right? Because leadership isn't tested when things are calm. And we saw that. We saw that with Tom Theodore. I love Tom Theodore. But you know what? John Conley threw him under the bus by allowing him to be chair at that point in time. All right? It's tested when the room is uncomfortable.
What do you mean allowing?
It was John Conley's turn to go up, and he let Theodore take it so he would be because it didn't work in the end because John Conley got voted out anyways. I think he was trying to save himself, but yeah. So people just when election time comes and he asks you for your vote, maybe you should ask him, well, are you going to be Zooming it or are you going to be in person? Did you expand access or did you narrow it? Did you lean into accountability or did you lean into control and the little mute button?
John,
right?
Be nice and invite him on.
I'll invite him on. He'll say no. I'll invite him on.
Well, don't speak for him. Give him an honest opportunity and
yeah,
be a gentleman and do the right thing. Send out the olive branch.
But So that's my little issue. It's not personal, nothing personal. It's all about his leadership style. That's what it is with me. All right. You don't transparency isn't something you campaign on later. And he's gonna have to answer to that. I'm sure he did take orders from John Conley. I would think he did. John Conley ran that board for years.
I'd say John had quite an influence. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right, you ready for the good stuff?
I love good stuff.
Yeah. All right, let me see. This is really difficult for me because I am like so relaxed on my couch trying to run a show from my couch for the first time.
Let's just remind the Kronks that you stepped on me.
I did not say a word.
Yeah, I know you did it with the clicker. Will you leave that right there for a second? BOS@town.canton.mass.u and ask them what's happened with Good Gone Bad. What is he still getting paid? What's the situation? Is he going to be back on the force? Ask any question you want. Just ask the questions.
Goods Gone Bad.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. So, on our last show, you remember I had really researched the I was provided the footage from one of the cruisers, and from that vantage point, we know that there was multiple people in and out of that house while the police were in the house on the morning that John was discovered. Right?
Yep.
We know there was a 654 entry, a 657 entry, right? Then there was a 7 o'clock group exit, and then a 707 entry, followed by 4 minutes later, Lanka going in the house. All right. Well, there was a lot of people on social media that once that came up, I saw it coming. We didn't name any names last week. We just said individuals because we couldn't prove who it is. Right?
Can we prove it this week?
I can prove it this week. Whether I prove it or not.
You're going out on a limb this week?
I'm going out on a limb. I don't care at this point now because their answer isn't to deny it. Their answer is, well, it's twofold. Their answer is, what does it matter? And their other answer is, well, the defense didn't ask, and they've had this stuff for 3 years, so it must not mean anything. That's what they're going with.
Wow.
So let's pull up the first one. All right. So let me bring this up. Okay. So this is a view. Oh, wait a minute. We gotta start from the beginning. Now, folks, okay. I edited this down for time allotment. I didn't want to play a lot of nothing and a lot of you guys. So different cruiser. So this cruiser is the cruiser that pulled into, this is 682, I believe. It's either 682 or 683 now. This is the cruiser that pulled into the spot as soon as Kerry left. Okay, this is Goody's cruiser, or the whoever's in charge of the shift, right? Okay, so this person here in the yellow, you will see them disappear but that's my edit. It's not the full on footage. I cut this down.
You're telling us who people are. Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
All right.
Let's go. So, who do you think that is?
That's,
Should I put it full screen? Or you can see it fine?
Go full screen. I need to take a better look.
You want? I can see it fine on my TV. Yeah, it is a clear picture. Hold on.
I just went full screen myself.
Okay. Yeah.
So, John, who's that?
Who do you think that is with a fur-lined hat of hood? Who's got a fur-lined hood?
I'm going with a female.
It's a female. And
it's-
who would have parked? Who would have parked at the end of the driveway? Who would have backed up? So their car, their vehicle,
Oh,
is
Kerry.
also facing the same way as this cruiser.
And
But-
this, what time
no.
is this? Do you know?
No,
Oh, yeah,
it's-
yeah, no.
It's no, it's not Jen. Oh, I have to make another audible.
Uh-oh.
I have to make a quick audible. I want to make a big shout out to our girl Jen. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jen McCabe. Justice for John O'Keefe. There you go. Okay.
So her birthday surrounds our 1 year anniversary.
It is also our 1 year anniversary of our show.
Wow, how about that? We made it a year. I never thought we'd make it more than 3.
There we go. There we go. There you got it. That's Kerry. That's Kerry coming out of the house. So now we know that Kerry backed up into the driveway, ran into the house for a minute, and came back out. Okay. Now let's watch what happens when she comes back out.
So John,
Who's that?
someone that's taller.
In a big blue jacket.
So is that Matt?
That's Matt.
That's Matt.
That's Matt.
Confirmed?
I'm telling you, it's Matt.
You are saying, all right, I'm with you.
I'm saying that's Matt.
If you say
Because
it's
it
Matt, I
lines up
believe you.
with Matt pulled in and there was a car blocking the driveway. That's why he's not in the driveway.
You got a timestamp on this?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it looks like the sun's starting to come up a little bit. I mean, it's still dark, but
That is at 6:50. Let's see, it's 6:54. She went in the house. 6:56. Sorry. This is at 6:56.
all right. So we get close to
Here we
the sunlight.
So there's Matt talking to Kerry. And then mind you, Lank is in the house right now. Lank has been in the house for a little bit. There he goes. Look at him go. Look at him go. So a minute later, so she goes to her car, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Kerry never went in the house. There he goes. A minute later, he comes running out. This guy is
running out.
athletic. This guy is athletic.
Yeah, that's
Did
good
you see
save.
that? Hold on.
You sure that's Matt?
Look at him. Woo. And look at that snow. Look at how deep that snow is at 7 o'clock. That is ankle deep. Here he is. Okay. So he goes out and he's there for another minute. He's there for and I don't know if I edited this or if I let this run for the full minute, so that I think I let it run for the full minute so you guys could see how long he's out there with Kerry.
At least we got better wipers.
We do have better wipers. And he's going to run back in. And then another minute later, then so he goes. So yeah, it's a minute. It's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So we're going to see him run back in the house.
Maybe it's
Well,
me,
we're
John.
gonna see him
but
run up the
those light bars for the police cruisers.
Yeah.
I would think with all that snow that it would reflect off it, and you could really see it amplified off each side of the road. But you really don't.
You don't know. There he goes. Back in the house. So I did not edit that. That was how long he was out there with Kerry. Right? So there's that one. And they didn't like that. The people They didn't like that.
What do you mean they didn't like that? Who's they?
A lot of the forensic supporters.
Oh, the people that
forensic
don't
group.
like you.
Or me. Yeah. Well, me. Yeah. So now we know that both Kerry and Matt were in the house, even though Goody says nobody came in. All right. Goody testified that nobody came in while they were in the house. Well, that's now.
Let alone go in and out of the house. In and out, in and out.
Right. I am a forensic supporter. I do watch this stuff.
Absolutely. Good entertainment.
I do watch this stuff. Yep. All right. So there was that, right? And which one is this one? Oh, that's the one. There's Kerry again. I like that one. So
we really don't know who that is in the yellow and red right in front of the cruiser, right next to the cruiser.
I don't, pretty much because I really wasn't focused on him. It looks like a fireman because the fire truck is
it's
behind the camera. It's still there as Karen is. Yep. Because remember, they came back with Karen.
Yeah, and even I'm sure if the fire truck was there, their lights would have been flying too. But you really can't see all that.
Yeah, he's got a mustache. It's one of the firemen. It's one of the firemen. He's got a fireman mustache.
You got better eyes than I do.
I looked through all the crap. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fireman. So there you go. So and there goes Matt. Okay, we'll pull that down. All right, so there you go. And this is the this is the other shot when I first saw it. There she goes going up the driveway, but I couldn't really tell, so I didn't want to say who it was because I didn't know. Right, I didn't have.
Which camera is this from?
This is from one of the cruises.
Okay, not the one we saw last week.
This is the one we just originally saw. I had just zoomed. I took and zoomed in. A lot of this, when you see all these cuts, that's me trying to zoom in to get a better view of things rather than from way, because when you watch from way back, you really can't tell. So I've zoomed in on a lot of this stuff. But yeah, that was her going back up the driveway. Talking to Matt. Yeah. Here she is going up the driveway to talk to Matt. So now we know it wasn't the same person going in and out. It was multiple people going in and out.
Where are those cruiser lights coming from? The other side of the neighbor to the other side from the Asian house? You got the Asian house on the left and another house on the right. In front of the house on the right?
So all the footage was either from that I've used is either from Sarah's car, which was backed up towards the Asian house, or from now Goody's car that pulled in and took the spot that Kerry originally had. I still have all the timestamps here. What was the exact time? I'll give you the exact times. Okay. At 6:52, Kerry backed up in front of the driveway. At 6:53, the cruiser, Goody's cruiser, pulls into the spot that Kerry had just when she had left, right? So when Kerry came back, she pulled up right in the middle of the street. At a certain point of time after Karen got out of her vehicle, she had to back up into the driveway. So at 6:52, Kerry pulled into in front of the driveway. 6:53, the cruiser took over her original spot. At 6:54, Kerry ran up that driveway. And that's when she stopped in the walkway for 22 seconds before continuing on into the house. At 6:56, she came out of the house up the driveway. That's when you see her talking to Matt. At 6:57, Matt heads into the house. At 6:58, Matt comes out of the house. At 7 o'clock, he goes back in. So it was like 2 minutes he was out for, right? Then at 7:01, Goody, Lank, and Matt all come out of the house together. Goody runs across the front yard. And we know this now because of this new dash cam footage. Lank comes up the driveway, and Matt waits about 10, 15 seconds before he then goes up the driveway to go get his car and move his car into the driveway. Matt then, well, you'll see the fire and ambulance
Good was the one walking across the lawn the couple of times we saw that happen.
once. Goody
Was it-
came out across the lawn.
But when he came out across the lawn, he also came out with 2 other people, right?
Yeah, he came out, went across the lawn. Lank went up the driveway.
Are we
can
are
you-
we saying that one of those people that went the driveway?
Yeah, hold on 1 minute. I gotta
Yeah, go
mute
ahead.
this for a minute.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was getting my assistant to help me here.
I
Uh,
was having my assistant help me as well.
What did I say? So
Well, he said
That's-
assistant first.
at 7:01,
My wife.
yeah, at 7:01, 3 individuals walk out of the house together. One of them is Goody, who runs across the front yard. The next one is Lanka, who goes up the driveway. All right. And then the third, who stood in the walkway for a couple seconds, was then Matt, who runs out and goes to his truck. Right. At 7:04, the fire and the ambulance that was by the flagpole, they leave. And then after they leave, right, that's when Kerry finally pulls out and heads towards Chapman Street. Right.
Yeah.
And then Matt pulls into the driveway and then at 7:07 and then goes in the house. And then 4 minutes later, Lanka runs back across the front yard back into the house.
So both Good and Lanker at one point ran across the.
Kate, you're going to love this. Thank you for talking about this because we're going to get into this too. All right. I love this. I love our Kronks. Thank you, Kate. All right. So that was all the footage that we used, that we saw. That's some of the footage that we saw, right? But it gets better. There's more. There's more, people.
There's always more.
Yep. So let me take some of these away so I know where the hell I am. Is this the one? No, I don't want that one. I might need you to oh, this is the one. Okay.
And I
Kate.
looked at it and I said,
All right. This is when we get to our girl. Kate, you said the phone's moving. At 6:31. At 6:31. Remember, this is before Kerry leaves for the first time.
From 34
Okay.
Fairview.
What's that?
From 34 Fairview.
Before her and Karen leave the first time at 6:37, right? At 6:31, we have to thank Boozy Beauty for finding this. I just want to make sure I haven't. Yeah, no. Sending me text, Eric. You could just send it the other way. I don't. I mute my phone.
Buddy, that was like 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, I haven't looked at my phone in 40 minutes. Okay. Sending me. You have the power. You have the power, Eric.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't want to interrupt. I'm not rude.
Yeah. Here we go. I am Rain Man on this. Okay. If we watch closely, people, I'll play it back. Watch closely. Here we go. Can we make this full screen? Can we make this one full screen? Yeah, we can. Let me make this full screen first. Here we go. And let's get rid of that. Right? Let's watch because you need to see it at the bottom of the screen. Watch the bottom left corner of this screen. Here we go. Did you see it?
Play it again.
Here we go.
Bottom left corner.
from the bottom, starting at the bottom left corner, and I'll pause it right when the handoff goes.
Oh, the handoff.
Bam. See it? I
Yeah.
paused it. She's passing. You guys see it? She's
Now,
passing the
there's
phone.
another view I saw today. It looks like a different angle where you can only see the police officer. You didn't see her, but you could see him reach out and grab it.
That's her hand right there. I'll keep playing it back real slow. Here we go.
Yeah, you could definitely see the handoff.
Yeah, there's the handoff. That's at 6:31. 6:31 is the phone. Yep. Hey, Kel.
How'd
Kelly
she know
Reed.
which phone to get? She had like more than one, right?
Oh, let's get into that. Because I know I've played some of this stuff before, and I get it. This girl was traumatized, but she also has misremembered more than any other witness. Okay, and I'm going to go through a couple of these misrememberings. Trial 1. This is from trial 1.
And I looked at it and I said, "You told me you don't remember anything from last night." She said, do you think I hit him? Do you think I hit him? And I said, "No, I don't think you hit him. I think you probably hit something, but let's just go in the house and look for him."
Did you hear that? Let's go in the house and look for him.
Let's just go find him.
Trial 2, it not only changed from One Meadows, but it now happened at Jen's house on County. And it's, let's go look for him.
John, knowing everything that we've known now, because we've watched it all, being, Monday morning quarterback, don't you wish they had cross-examined her on the first trial?
Yeah.
During the first trial?
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
So much information that
Because-
that could come out of that.
Because here's the thing. In the first trial, she said it happened at One Meadows. And Jen had the same false memory. They both had the same false memory that it happened on the way into the house. And we're going to see it, right? But here we go.
Let's just go in the house and look for him.
And in response to that question,
So then we know we're going to get into this. Another bad memory.
you stated, quote, "At one point she asked her to Google hypothermia and how long Google hypothermia." Correct?
Mhm.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
That was very detailed. You'll agree that that's a very detailed and specific recount of an event. You recounted where you were, back of a cruiser, or they were in the back of a cruiser, correct?
Yep.
You recorded or reported the time. It was right around the time that you thought they were lifting John up and scooped him up onto the gurney, correct?
She was wrong there. And we showed that. Remember?
Mhm.
Remember when we showed him being put on the gurney and she was down the street? And then she came walking all the way. She was halfway down. She was halfway down to Cedar Crest when we showed that.
She was beyond the driveway, that's for sure.
And she misremembered this.
I thought it was about that time. I wasn't sure.
Location,
I'm sorry, I didn't get that answer. You were talking over each other.
that's my mistake.
What was your answer, Ms. Robbins?
I thought it was about the time they lifted him up, but I wasn't sure.
You were very detailed about who was there. It was you. It was Jen. It was my client, Karen
Yes.
Reed, correct? Is that right?
Yes.
You were so detailed that you talked about where you were standing next to the cruiser open door, correct?
Yes.
What the others were doing, holding hands and praying, is that right?
Yes.
And the actual words used. You were as detailed about all of that as the actual words used. She asked her to Google hypothermia and how long, and then you stopped, Google hypothermia, end quote, correct?
Correct.
What are the odds, folks? What are the odds that somebody on Twitter is not watching, but just made a post arguing for me to stop? Can I read this real quick?
Oh,
I mean,
please do.
Okay.
Let's bring the cesspool into it.
let's bring the Twitter into it. Ready? Just stop. This whole thing is cherry picking that Kerry Roberts already cleared up. under oath, like the taillight comment. She didn't rewrite it. She clarified it. Happened as they were leaving John's place. Then Jen's house was about later chats about finding John. No, it's not. No, right? On the hypothermia, I'm like, what are the odds that they're putting this out here right in the middle of our,
What are the
our
odds that
taillight?
you're all looking at Twitter while we're live?
Right,
Correct.
right. Yeah, she admitted in the retrial, not something she heard directly, but she explained it was a mix-up from the grand jury questions, not a lie, and the judge didn't call it perjury. As for the phone custody thing, the video shows a handoff at 6:30, but it was a chaotic scene with phones getting passed around multiple times while calling family. It's not a conflict. It's just how trauma messes with the exact sequences over the years. No one's charging her with anything because it's normal witness stuff, not fabrication. Stop with the bullshit. Okay, it's not bullshit. We just are asking questions and we just want to know. Okay, because we're going to get into this.
Should we give credit to who wrote that?
This is a Mike Drury. Mike Dury. No R. Just D-U-R-Y.
Dury.
Mike
All right.
Dury. Yeah, Mike Dury. There you go. Mike Dury.
Oh, we trust you, John.
He's a Roman Catholic, Reagan conservative, pro-life, Ohio. Oh, of course, Ohio State. No wonder. Loser. Ohio State. Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's all that has to be said. The guy's from Ohio State.
What do you mean? He's an out of towner?
He's an out-of-towner Buckeye. He's a friggin' peanut butter piece of chocolate. He's a Buckeye.
You don't live here anymore?
Yeah, you don't live. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Let's go on and let's hear more from Kerry instead of me.
You will agree, at least for that purpose, you painted a very, very detailed picture in front of the grand jury, didn't you?
Yeah.
Except it's not true, is it?
I did not hear her ask that. I was told she was asked that.
The answer to my question, Ms.
Brandy, tomorrow, 3:00. You know what I'm talking about.
Roberts, and I'm not your question. What you told the grand jurors is not true. You never heard her, my client, ask anyone to Google anything, did you?
I did not.
And yet,
She didn't.
that's what you testified to under oath, under penalty of perjury, in front of the grand jury, didn't you?
I did.
The line you wrote, that Jennifer McCabe's hell influenced your testimony to testify in front of the grand jurors to a statement that you never heard, correct?
Yes.
The two of us were trying to figure out what had happened to our friend.
Her sister.
Here's another thing she did. All right. In the middle of a trial, she goes and outs Denise Galvin as being in the room with him. We would never have known about Denise Galvin if it wasn't.
I think Denise was in the gallery at that point, sitting behind.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. Thank you, Kerry, for bringing along Denise Galvin into the equation.
Well
Because
done.
you never would have heard about Denise Galvin if it wasn't for Kerry. Kerry, remember, Kerry's the turnstile of Canton.
She likes to talk.
I shouldn't say
Talks a
she's the
lot.
turnstile. She's the entrance gate to the town of Canton, according to Jen.
Yeah.
You know, because anytime the feds come to Canton, they got to go by Kerry first.
Was there writing down the timeline for
Who's
us.
that?
Her sister Denise. I picked it up. I put it in my pocket. And at some point, one of the first responders asked if I had it. I handed it over.
Picked the phone up. I picked the phone up after they lifted his body. I am on video picking the phone up. It was grass beneath him because probably, I would imagine, because it started snowing on top of him and his body temperature probably melted if anything was on the ground underneath him. It was grass. It's been questioned. Was it really grass? No. I know what grass looks like. It was
Yeah, I'm
grass.
sure you do.
It was his phone. They lifted him, and I think at the same time, I went over to grab the blankets that I keep in the back of my car, which is, anyway, I grabbed the phone. At one point, I had Karen's phone and I think John's phone at the same time because I was on the phone with her mother giving her mother my phone number and saying, I'm going to go to the hospital. If you want to call me, I'll be right behind her. I have to get the O'Keefe's. Like,
Okay, right there. She's describing a scene in which she's going to be right behind Karen. Correct?
Yeah.
She just said, I'm going to be right behind her. Okay? That scene, remember, through our timeline, was right before 6:54. 6:53 is when she backed in. She came back. Remember, she gave up that phone at 6:31. She left with Karen at 6:37. And then at 6:41 came back. And then all this stuff happened, right? So what she's talking about happened after she had already given up John's phone.
And John, I've seen a lot of videos. I think you have too. But have any of us seen a video of her picking that phone up?
We see her go get the blankets. And actually, from this new cruiser footage, if you do just zoom in over on that side, I do have questions as to what her actions are for that first minute and a half on that, which
I'm no expert by any means, but when I saw her pick up the blankets, it looked like she picked up the blankets. Didn't look like a phone drop. She picked it up. Didn't look like, maybe it was on the blanket. I doubt it, but.
Yeah, there's with all that footage that came out now, there because remember, we've been only seeing what the TV and the court was giving. We don't get to see the whole, which we do now. We get to see the whole footage. Yeah. So we get to see the whole thing. Usually the camera just, the first two trials, the court, it just zoomed in and you missed a lot of the stuff. Now we got to see it all. So I actually think she picked up the phone earlier, and that's why the phone was showing movement, because she did pick it up, and she picked it up earlier than 6:15. Once again, not when she went and got the blanket. She had it before that.
She picked it up before the EMTs got there?
Right when they got there, before when she first walked away, she had that when she walked away. She didn't go back and get it at 6:15.
To me, that's more reasonable.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it was in her pocket earlier than she thinks. Yeah, well, absolutely. Absolutely, Jason. Thank you. That's what I meant. It's better because you're getting to look at the source material, not broadcast from the TV that might have clipped off half of the screen in the courtroom. Sorry, Eric.
No, that's quite all right.
Yeah. Do you want to keep going or you want me to play?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Take my phone number down. I can give you any updates I can.
The ambulance drove away. I watched them work on whatever they were doing in the back of the ambulance, and they got in the ambulance and drove away. Karen, I had her in my car. Jen was going up to the door to her sister's house, and I said to the police, I had been on the phone now. I had called Mrs. O'Keefe. I had called John's mother. I had called John's father. At some point, Karen was on the phone with John's sister-in-law, Erin, telling him John's dead. So I grabbed the phone from her. I said, he's not dead. He's in the back of an ambulance. He's been in an accident. And she said that Paul was going to go, John's brother, to the hospital that they were bringing John to. So I spoke to I called Mr. O'Keefe. He didn't answer. I think he was there when I left the first time.
Another misremembering. I'm just pointing out all of the misrememberings from this traumatic morning, right?
Yeah.
She originally thought that the first time she left is when Matt came over and talked to her. And remember, when people went after me, they went after me because I'm taking these people for their word. I'm just going by what their word was. We didn't have all of this footage at the time.
Why didn't we have all this footage?
I never thought they were lying. I took them at their word. I never called them liars until I saw camera footage that showed something else.
You know, these camera footage just give us answers to certain things, and then they raise questions to other things. It's never ends. Never ends.
She didn't mean to lie. It was an accident. Right. Like accidentally getting pregnant.
When I left the first time.
And did you have any conversation with him?
I just said, he said, I said, I'm going to get the O'Keefes. He said, do you want me to come with you?
Now, once again, Monday morning quarterback. She just said she talked to him the first time, and then her conversation with him is, I'm going to get the O'Keefes, right? And he's like, do you want me to come with you? Right?
Yeah.
Well, when she first left with Karen, was she going to get the O'Keefes?
Well,
where was she bringing Karen?
If she was going to be right behind Karen, it sounds to me like they were going to get Karen's car.
Right. So she should have known right then and there that, oh, I messed up. Maybe it was afterwards.
And I said, no. So he went in the house. I left.
Which is true. We saw them in the driveway. They chatted for, 30 seconds, and then he ran up the driveway.
With Karen Reed.
And during any of that time, you recall the defendants, I know you had mentioned she spoke to Aaron O'Keefe. Was there anybody else that the defendant spoke to or talked to while you were with her in the car?
She spoke to her mother. And then I ended up taking the phone and speaking to her mother, and I gave her my phone number, and I said, I'm going to go to the hospital.
I grabbed the phone. At one point, I had Karen's phone and I think John's phone at the same time, because I was on the phone with her mother, giving her mother my phone number and saying, I'm going to go to the hospital. If you want to call me, I'll be right behind her. I have to get the O'Keefes. Like, take my phone number down. I can give you any updates I can. But
you know what you can't give her? A straight answer. Okay?
Oh.
You can give a phone number out, but you can't give a straight answer.
like, I don't, and I would do it all again.
Would you? Would you?
John, are we up for a copyright strike?
No. Nope. Okay. Now I want you to pay attention to this. All right. You're going to see some Canton police officers all huddled around. Why is it Mulaney? Does he take it upon himself just to decide he's going to walk to Kerry and ask her for this phone? Ready?
Go ahead.
Let's watch this breakdown. So you see the cruises?
How many is it 3 of them?
There's a couple of them right there, all huddled kind of together.
Yeah.
All right. They're going to break their little group
Are we saying one's Mulaney?
You're gonna see one's back. All right, you're gonna see. I pause it. You're gonna see them move now. You're gonna see when you're looking at one, you see the other one's arm to the left. You're looking at 3 of them right now.
Yeah. So
right
on scene right now, we're still looking at Gallagher, not Gallagher.
That looks like Sarif, Mulaney, and
Sarif,
Lang.
Mulaney, Lank, and Goody. The only
And
ones
Goody's
on
somewhere.
scene, right?
Right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so there goes the fire truck. So this is like 6:50.
Wow, still real dark.
Yeah. So as they're chit-chatting, they're going to walk away and then all of a sudden turn around and come back towards her for the handoff. Somebody basically said to him, go get the phone. Where's his phone?
To Mulaney, yeah.
Yeah. Here they go. There goes 2 of them, right? 2 steps back. The other 2 are at the car. Now those 2 are walking away. Oh, and then he looks one goes in his car, closes the door. I think that's Lanka. That's Lank. Lank and Mulaney start to walk away. They take 3-4 steps. Right? Oh, now Mulaney turns around and he starts walking back, right? And he just keeps walking back. And now this is where the handoff comes. I cut that so we could see the handoff. Boom. Tell me that wasn't somebody told him to go get that phone. Now remember, this was before Lank made his phone call. Remember last week when Lank didn't know who had what phone?
Yep. But it looks like Mulaney walked back away from the vehicle that the cruiser that Lank was in when he made that call. So that phone was not in that cruiser. He was heading back towards the other cruisers.
That's at 6:31, right? At 6:41 is after Lank made his phone call and started asking, whose phone am I looking at?
Oh, we can't assume that we don't know that Lank grabbed that phone from Saraf's car. That Mulaney may have handed that phone to Lank. Lank sticks it in his pocket or whatnot, goes into Saraf's car to make a phone call, and then realizes he's got this. And whose is this phone?
So now I'm thinking maybe Lank says, I have the subjects.
Well,
I think Mulaney handed.
It wasn't Lank that said that. It was
that was Lank that says, I have the subjects.
That we thought was subject. Yeah. I still thought that was Good that said that.
Goody. So they're talking about another phone. Somebody else's phone was in that car.
In that car because Lanka may have brought it in that car.
Yeah, and forgot. So, in other words, are we looking at ineptness? Is that the problem? It's not.
Just more questions, John. We just got more questions.
I know. No words exchanged between them. How did they both know he was coming for that phone? He turned around, right? Let's play that back again. He turned around, right? Headed to her. She came and gave him that phone. I'm going to put it full screen.
Yeah, it's interesting that they were walking away.
Ready? They're walking away. And then all of a sudden, about face, boom, turn, come back. Nothing said. He just keeps walking. He puts his hand out, and she gives him the phone. What's up with that?
So we don't have video of him going back and maybe handing it to Lank. We don't know what he did with it from there.
No, I'd have to. I will.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm just asking.
I will have to zoom in more and more and more. But I mean,
listen. Every time we have a show, we find out more and more the next day.
Yeah. Pretty much. A lot of it's confusion, chaos, middlemen being worked and squeezed. It's not nefarious. I don't think it's nefarious. It's just, like I said, is it ineptness?
I don't know.
I know the chain of, I know it's got a problem with the chain of command.
We just want to make it make sense.
Right. Yeah. I know there's a chain of command problem.
A lot of issues.
Yeah.
A lot of issues that people want to overlook and disregard, but it's hard to.
Yeah. So that's some of the stuff that I worked on over the last few days, week that has been. I'm just double checking the cesspool right now.
Have they deleted it?
No, probably not. No, just okay. We're good. Yeah. Oh, here's another thing. Did you realize that from the moment Jen went in the house, He never came back out.
Yeah, I mean, if we're convinced that it's Kerry and
Oh, that was Kerry because we saw her going up.
yeah,
You
no,
never saw Jen come
I
out.
agree with you there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. It seems like she went in, never came out, and stayed nice, warm, and cozy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there was hot coffee in there.
Jen went inside at 6:34 and never came back out until she had to go home and meet with the state troopers.
That went well.
There was a lot of stuff that came out. There was the actual 911 call from the Canton end of things where you don't hear the wipers.
Yeah, do you have that downloaded? Is that something we can listen to?
Is it something I could get? I probably could pull it up real quick.
I
Well,
mean,
you know
we've
what? I
heard-
can play it.
We've heard. Yeah, do something.
I can play it. How's this? Would you guys like to hear the 911 as told from the Canton Police Department?
From the 911 call, the actual 911 call, not the
Yeah, hold on.
not the bootleg version.
Here we go. Yeah, no, I got it. I got it coming up. Here we go.
And yes, I just pulled up and found it.
Okay, 34 Fairview.
34 Fairview, Canton, Mass. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
And yes, I just pulled up and found it.
Okay, 34 Fairview.
34 Fairview, Canton, Mass. Yeah.
911 is on your court. Where's your emergency?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you come to 34 Fairview Road in Canton?
34 Fairview.
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay. Is he,
He
he
might
blue at
be
all?
dead. You've got to get here. Okay.
What's going on? Is he face down?
We just flipped him over.
Okay. And who's that in the background? Is that someone related?
Actually, that's his girlfriend. Her name is John O'Keefe.
Okay, how old is he?
John is 46 years old.
46. How long has he been outside?
I don't know. I don't know. He got out of the car and
Is he breathing?
a couple of hours. Is he Carrie? Is he? I don't. I don't know if he's breathing. There are two women trying to do his body heat, and they're hysterical.
Okay, can you just try to ask him? I know it's tough, but we had.
There you go. Why did she say they flipped him over?
Well, he asked if he was on his face or on his.
Did he? Did he ask that?
He did ask, and that's why she explained that.
And yes, I just pulled up and found it.
Okay, 34 Fairview.
34 Fairview, Canton, Mass. Yeah.
911 is on your court. Where's your emergency?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you come to 34 Fairview Road in Canton?
34 Fairview.
Yes, there's a man unresponsive in the snow.
Okay. Is he, is he blue at all?
You've got to get here. Okay.
What's going on? Is he face down?
We just flipped him over.
Okay.
There you go. You're right.
Who's that in the background? Is that someone
We
related?
just flipped him over.
Yeah, and in the bootleg version that I call bootleg, I didn't. She said in this version she actually said John O'Keefe's name, and the other one I didn't hear that before.
Right. Yep. Yeah, but they didn't. They didn't flip him over.
Was that the end of the 911 call?
Of that, yeah, of what I have. You rushed me. I just grabbed,
You didn't give the Kronks the whole thing?
No. I got what was said to me.
Sorry, we let you down, Kronks.
I let a lot of the Kronks down. Oh, all right. This is not a commercial. Eric knows nothing about this.
Here we go again.
I know. I just want to let people know that that there are some people in Canton that's still doing some good things. There's a huge thank you to Rocco. I think that's Rocco Camerata. at Canton Tree. This Caitlin Nelson reached out to him for a quote to clear the basketball courts at JFK. And what did he do? He volunteered his time so that the kids can get back out there and play some hoops in the snow. Because God forbid they go down to freaking the res and go skate on the res. They got to go play basketball at the Kennedy. But hey, you know what? Kudos to Rocco for doing that. There you go.
Good job, Rocco.
Good job, Rocco. All right.
We missed you, Rocco, this Friday. We didn't see you.
Oh, you didn't see him Friday?
No.
Yeah. So there are still people. I remember, geez, it was 20 something years ago. I volunteered 2 weekends of my time at the Kennedy installing that playground.
Sure, that wasn't some type of punishment Dad put on you. Said you're going to help those
No. Chris, I was working for Chris Bogursky, and he asked me if I would go down there and run some machinery, and I dug the holes.
So you supervised?
No. I dug some holes for them and helped them install stuff, and there was a lot of people that volunteered. It was a group effort. Nick Maffeo from the Canton Co-op was there, and
Nice.
a lot of other parents, and they Chris was just donating my back and some machinery. So yeah. So you know what, Rocco? Kudos to Rocco for that.
When you say you dug holes, explain me. Help me out here. Did you have a shovel or a backhoe?
No, I actually had the machine with the drill,
Oh,
the
Oh, you were
postal
dri-
auger.
You were drilling for gold, I see.
I was post hole augering with the Bobcat. Yeah.
All right, so you were sitting down.
Yeah, but I mean, I got out of the machine too. I wasn't just one of those guys that just operated things that
Sounds like fun to me, John.
Thank you.
You were having fun.
Yeah, I was having fun, and it was for the kids. I don't.
Yeah,
care,
exactly.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. So how we do? Hey, what do we do? We're what do we got? 59. We got 59 Kronks watching us tonight. Thank you to all of you that are here.
That's an improvement.
Yeah. I know. I've seen. Listen, every one of our Kronks means the world to us.
Hey, listen, they've hung in there for 12 months.
They have. It's 1 year, folks. Folks, it's our 1 year anniversary. We've been at this for a year.
I'd have bet money against this.
Yeah, I would have too. I mean, you tried to quit on me twice, but
I try to quit on you every week.
Guys, don't forget,
McDonough.
Folks, don't forget. If you want to know what's going on with Sean Good, right there, right down there.
BOS@town.canton.mass.us.
Send those emails asking them to give us an update. Also,
it's your right to know.
Yeah. Also, don't forget, we got merch. I'm not wearing it at the moment because that hat's a little too small for my giant head. I'm gonna work on the bucket hat. Oh, my other hat, my Kronk hat. I gotta bring that in and wash it.
Bucket hat's getting ready for summer.
I love my green Kronk hat. It's out in my hockey bag, which is still in the back of the truck. So yeah, I'll bring it in tomorrow. I love that Kronk hat. That Kronk hat is amazing. It's probably next to my Pricks and Cider mug. That's probably my second favorite purchase in that Printify store. Yeah,
I do like the shirt that you got me.
Yeah, I know one of our Kronks. Watching sent me the picture. They got their sweatshirt.
Nice.
Got their sweatshirt. That was a onesie. That was a one.
You know who the first person I saw wearing a Kronk shirt was?
Who's that?
Armand Brandy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. We took a picture outside Canton PD with the Canton PD sign. It's in the open, John.
Oh, that was the first one.
That was the first time I had seen the Kronk
my
shirt.
hockey bag. My hockey bag has been in the back of the truck since I got back from. Oh my God, New Hampshire, dude. Thank you. Well, now you know what.
Give us McDonough.
Well, hold on. We got to show it first. You're getting McDonough.
Give us fucking McDonough, and we'll go easy on you.
And for $20, hey, for $20, you get.
Whoa, look at Sean and Kenny had a great show.
Whoa, look at that! An amazing Kronk sending us a super chat. That deserves a Kronk dance.
Thank you, New Hampshire, dude. Yeah, McDonough, huh? McDonough's back.
Yeah, they had a great show.
McDonough's back.
Ken, I should say.
Yeah, McDonough and Ken. That, you know why I like Ken? Because he's not from Ohio State.
He's a Michigan.
He's a Michigan guy.
He's a Michigan guy.
Brandy, tomorrow, 3 p.m. You know what to do.
You got work.
Same link.
Brandy.
Same link, Brandy. Eric's gonna be Eric. Tomorrow's a big day for you, huh?
Well, you know, it's the Super Bowl for the automobile industry.
Yeah. Yep.
It's been a big weekend so far. So.
Yep.
But I'm happy to have Brandy fill in for me. And you know, she's doing solid work for us, and I appreciate
Eric,
that.
He wants another one.
Whoa, look at that! An amazing Kronk sending us a super chat. That deserves a Kronk dance.
I got moves, Sean. I got moves.
Do we give him a woohoo? I'm telling you, StreamYard's been effing up. Every time I click on any of these, it doesn't play immediately. I can't believe it hasn't booted us off yet, like it does every week. You know.
Well, you know, you've settled in the new chalet location.
I'm in the. I love this wood. Love this wood. The only thing better than this wood is, see?
After a hard day at work, there is nothing better than a Prixon cider.
That was our original drink of choice here at the Chronicle.
Still our number one sponsor.
It is. Well, we can't say sponsor. They're our number one. They were our number one liquid
supporter.
Let's double check these Kronks real quick. John O'Keefe was not put on the lawn after he was already gone. There was a brief glimpse of John O'Keefe when the first officer pulled up. You can see the three. Yeah. So with all the new footage that came out, if you concentrate on just that side of the dash cam footage, you are going to see Kerry go over there twice before she finally walks away and leaves until they move John, and then she goes back and gets the blanket. Like I said, I think that's when she first goes when she first goes over there. I think that's when she picks up the phone, and then she walks away for the rest of the time, and she's had it in her pocket. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
What else we got, John? Anything good?
What else do we have? Well, I mean, I really haven't. I've been just sitting on my couch. I haven't been going through the script, but talked about Kerry. Talked about how much she really kind of messed things up. We talked about her bringing in Denise Galvin into this whole thing. We talked about the phone timeline conflict now. Where she picked up the phone and then she handed it off. We talked about Matt. And you know what? More has to be said about that now, because when you go back and you look at the testimony of Lank and the testimony of Good, and the testimony of Matt and Brian and Coco and Jen, none of it matches Matt going up the driveway. Oh, Dennis, you're right. Tuesday.
New chief coming.
New chief coming this Tuesday.
John, you're gonna have to hold down the fort for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So this Tuesday should be the swearing in of the new chief. Thank you, Dennis, for reminding of this. I think Dennis, help me out. I don't know if you know this, but has the new chief already received some emails? I know somebody has told me this, that there has been emails to the new chief already. It'll be at 7:00 at Town Hall. Brian Hale. It'll be 7:00 at Town Hall. He will be sworn in. The old chief, Chief Perkins, he will be gone, and then the new chief gets sworn in on Tuesday. Dennis, did you hear anything about the new chief receiving some emails? Oh, there you go. Brian Hale, he was the chief out in Oxford. Yes. Hey, Brian Hale, have you ever gone to is it Carl's Oxford, the Oxford diner out there? My brother and I went to that diner once. They make fun of you if you don't finish your meal, because they give you it's an enormous portions. Okay, Dennis didn't hear it. Somebody already alerted me that the chief has been already receiving emails of, right, Eric?
Say that again, John. I just
That the new chief, he hasn't been sworn in yet, but he's already receiving emails.
Yeah. I don't have confirmation on the emails, but I do believe he's gotten them, and they're not good. So let's leave it there until we get more.
More, yeah. I think it's Carl's. Brian Hill. Let me look this up real quick. Brian Hill's from Oxford, and that's where the chief was from. Oxford. What did I say that thing? What are those diner? Yeah, it's Carl's Oxford Diner. It's one of those old-fashioned diners, and they give you so much. My brother and I, we used to watch the Phantom Gourmet all the time, and this was on. So my brother and I drove out to Oxford just to go to this diner. It's this tiny little place, but they give you so much food, and if you don't finish it, they make fun of you. Yeah, Carl's Oxford Diner. Yep. Great place. So, to our photographer there, congratulations. I hope you're still married, by the way. Where is he? So, thank you. Oh, Sheila, you found us during the second trial. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'm just glad she found us.
Yeah. And I thank you so much to New Hampshire, dude. Anything else, Eric? I mean, we almost made the 2-hour mark, and we want to be out by 9.
Yeah, no, I think we covered a lot today. Again, every time we end the show, I continue to have more and more questions. So knowing that we have questions means there'll be another show.
Right. Brian Hale's still engaged, folks. So just let you know.
But he's off the market. Was it a touch and go thing, or
no? All right. Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, Brandy, 3:00. It's gonna work. I promise it's gonna
No,
work.
you can't promise, but
I promise it's gonna work.
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed it's gonna
I'm
work.
rooting for both of you guys.
You know what? There's a technical advisor going to be with us, so I think it's going to be good. Folks, we're back on Sundays. We're going to have at some point, stuff happened, but we are going to have to do, I'm not a huge thing. I don't want to go back through every show, but I'm sure that there's some stuff that we could pull from each show over the last year. What we should have done is put the bloopers aside as we went, but we never thought we would make it this far.
Well, also,
So-
John, I think moving forward, we're getting closer and closer to another town election. There's a couple of seats open for select board, and I'm sure, as we've talked in the past, we intend on inviting the candidates on and give them an opportunity to, state their case for why they want to be the select person.
Well, we do know. A Canton Changeling. Yeah, I'd love to. There's no best. There's no best. I mean, we're lucky. I mean, we have our favorites. I'm sure we have our favorites. There's going to be so we already know there now. There's multiple people running, and we are going to formally invite anyone that's running in a contested race. So not just select board. If there's any other contested race and people want to get their voice out there, we are going to formally invite them to come on.
I also think it'd be a great idea to invite the candidates that are running to fill Bill Galvin's position as well.
You mean state rep?
Yes.
Well, that's a given. Yeah, and Norfolk County DA race. Any of these races, we will formally invite anyone on.
I'm sure everybody's going to run for the hills and stay away from the Chronicle, but they're going to get the invites.
Yeah. So the judge ruled that they couldn't, and then what is it? The DA doesn't want to give them back because he says in order to give them back, there has to be an order. So now there's going to be another hearing to have an order to get them back. I mean, it's such red tape to get through this stuff. Boozy does have her channel, Boozy Beauty, and TikTok. I mean, she's killing it on TikTok. By the way, she's
killing it on X as well.
She's killing it on Twitter too. And here's the thing, X. It's X, and it pains me to say when all that stuff broke, the first thing I did is I went right to the driveway stuff. And I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, because here's the thing. I had already broken down off of the last video. I followed Kerry around for the whole video. And I'm like, nope, nobody went near her. Nope. Right. And it wasn't until all this new footage came out that I knew that I'm like, well, now there's new footage. I'm going to have to go look to see if there's any more footage of Kerry. And I woke up to that post and I was like, mother effer. She beat me to it. So, but you know what? It doesn't matter. All that matters is it's out there. Okay. It doesn't matter who's putting it out there. It doesn't matter who's first. It just matters that we're able to see what's really happening. And that's all I care about. I care about is getting questions answered.
Every time we answer a question, we come up
with more. Yeah. And that's how this whole thing started. It's how it all started.
I suppose more and more videos get released, information gets released, helps us with answering questions, but then creates others.
Yeah. And for the record, Eric, how many times have you ever heard me on this channel say, accuse any of them of something?
Huh?
How many times have you on this channel heard me call them, natural born killers, you know, any of that
Your
stuff.
mic a little.
What about my mic?
No, it fades in and out.
What do you mean it fades in and out? It's probably the internet connection. It's not my mic.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then ask your question again.
How many times have I called them or how many times have I insinuated
Find them.
any of the House defendants?
Okay. And insinuated what?
Matt, Jen, Brian Jr., Colin, Allie. How many times have I said that they did anything to John O'Keefe?
None to my knowledge.
Okay, did it. There you go.
Is that
exactly?
Is that I don't,
no, it's just something that comes up a lot of times on X.
What you getting accused of?
Oh yeah, and I'm like, all I've done is ask questions.
A lot of questions.
A lot of questions.
I got a lot of questions. So
yeah,
you know, we should be able to ask them. If they're not answered, let's ask them.
Right.
And if they're afraid to answer them, well, I'm just going to keep asking.
Right. Yep. I can't believe we made it through. And my assistant, hey, my assistant went and sat with you tonight.
I said my assistant. I got a little growl. That wasn't
my assistant.
That wasn't a good thing to say.
No, my assistant was sitting with me, and he got up and went over with Mullins, and because I mean, here I am. Here, look, I mean, I'm just sitting back here, got my feet up.
The basement of the chalet.
This is the. I can't do that. I got to go in a little bit, and then I can move over and then down. Look at that, all from a remote. The littlest things get me. Normally, I'm at the table, right? I have everything like right in front of me, and I'm just typing away. Yeah. Oh, text stream data DPS does not. What's this in regards to Kimmy Love and stuff? Kimmy Love. Help us out. Text stream data and GPS data does not lie. Here's the thing. Remember, it might not lie, but you're trying to match up key cycles with when they like
John,
it's just
what are we talking about with text stream data?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking Kimmy. I'm asking you what's up with the but so I'm waiting.
Kimmy Love and stuff. Two.
Because remember, this all started with there was a 3-point turn in front of it. There was V-shaped tracks. But then that all changed from the V-shaped tracks, from the 3-point turn, which I still think she may have done a 3-point turn and went back home the same way she came down. I think she may have gone back up Dedham Street. But we'll never know.
The vehicle she had navigation. She might have hit the button and it gave her the fastest way out of there.
Yeah. Yep. They destroyed the text stream data and give Excel spreadsheets. Here you go. Here's your info. Yeah. Just like Brian Higgins, who lawyers up. His lawyer over in Sharon with the judge's husband.
Think about that. You got a potential alleged vehicle involved death. And somebody not involved, allegedly, lawyers up within 3-4 days.
Yep.
How's that happen?
Lawyers up and extracts his phone to have it ready for the interview with the cops. Here's the printout of my phone. Could you imagine anyone just cops show up at your house, knock on your door, and you hand them a 3-ring binder? What's this? That's the contents of my phone. Really? Yeah. Trust me, bro. That's my phone.
That stuff came from my phone, anyways.
Came from my phone.
Oh,
I swear, Scout's honor.
Yeah.
Scout's honor.
Nothing but the truth and the whole truth.
Yeah. Well, it better be right. Oh no, it's good. It's good. Don't worry about it. You know, they got all that, and then they got the proffer. We learned about the proffer this week. That it was a real thing. Sean was right on the proffer.
We still have questions about the proffer, but there was a proffer.
It was a proffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lawyer's up, prints out the phone, and gets a proffer. Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Remember, that's why they were looking for him, right?
And he's he's nowhere to be found on any of the recent stuff that they're all involved with. They're as far as the GoFundMe there, or however that is he in part of that?
Oh, I don't know. Is he?
I don't know.
Here we go. My husband is a trooper with the Rhode Island State Police. He said, review the text stream data and the GPS data.
John, I don't know what happened. Your mic just fades in and out.
Yeah, it's probably the internet. You know, Mullins is watching Rocky V. It's probably pulling in from the internet. You know, it's all Rocky today. We've watched all 5 episodes.
Hello, John.
Can you hear me now?
Like barely.
Really? You can barely hear me?
I can't. I don't know about the rest of the Crocs, but it's not easy.
It sounds fine to everyone else.
It's like it all of a sudden comes back loud and clear, and then it disappears.
Look, I'm finally not screaming. Yeah, because
that's perfect.
Of course it's perfect. Because I worked on it all afternoon in the production meeting when you weren't here.
Listen, I got a real gig.
It's probably your headphones. Maybe you need a new battery in your headphones.
All right, I'm going to put in a work order to get new headphones. Can I submit that over to you?
Uh-oh. What do you mean you had a hard day? You didn't have a hard day. Put your sweatshirt on. Put your sweatshirt on and have a nice cronk day. Sorry, I'm answering some of the cronks. Yeah, I'm answering the cronks.
looks like it's me. It's not the Cronks. They can hear you fine.
It's you. Yeah. Maybe Eric needs a new set of headphones. Well, it could be my voice. I mean, my voice is
sounds a little crackly. Yeah,
it is. Oh, it's bad, but I feel all right.
Listen, Iced Coffee Girl's gonna do a GoFundMe for my headphones. I like that.
Yeah, Iced Coffee Girl, put your sweatshirt on. I don't care what kind of day you had. No, I didn't. It's not even open. Look, it's
so when the summer comes around, are you giving out bikinis?
Like giving them out?
Well, from the as far as like maybe like gifts and things of that nature to the Cronks. Have like
you come through with Eric. You come through with a location for the anniversary, which is up now. So we're gonna have a. You know what?
Second anniversary.
Eric, I'm making an executive decision.
Okay.
For the Cronks that have stayed and watched, right? We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a Kronk party.
When are we coming over?
Huh?
When are we coming over?
No. We're not having it at the house. Eric's gonna find us a location, and we're going to have a party. And you know what? I'll get a table and I'll get a bunch of merch, and we'll have merch at the table, and no raffles. We're not gonna do raffles, nothing like that. We're just gonna have a party, and maybe we'll do a show.
Sure.
What?
Yeah. I'm gonna call the town club and see if there's a room available upstairs. He finally left. Poor John. All right, I need to know because John's against this, but if we had a party at the town club, would you go? I mean, they may not let us in there, but you never know. I mean, we got green cash. The basement of the spa. I like the town club myself, but spa's got good food. John, what happened?
Exactly what I said would happen.
That's all right. While you were gone, the Kronks and I decided the town club was the place to have it.
Okay. We're going to have a party at the Canton Town Club. Yes, we'll have to charge admission because we can't.
Because they're going to charge us extra.
They're going to charge. Yeah, they'll charge us. But you know what? We're not going to want to make a dime on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how much the town club and how much the food's going to cost. We'll divide it up by all the people, and we're going to do that because it's not going to be to make
not a
money.
Fundraiser. It's none of that. It's just to have some fun.
Yeah.
And celebrate.
Actually, I like that. I like that idea
our
too.
Anniversary.
How about that? Just go to the Legion, have a meat raffle.
Listen, I like both places.
Yeah. We could do the Legion.
Listen, you got connections at the Legion.
Actually, I do, don't I?
Yeah.
Hillside. I don't know. We'll come up with a place.
I like
we got to come up with a place.
Town Club Legion. I'm in.
Yeah.
Waterfall.
I want a place that's comfortable for everybody. Elsie's table. God,
there you go.
I don't think so. I don't think. Oh, look at this. Look at this. My granddaughter. I thought you said grandmother. Granddaughter's getting married this year. Her reception is at a country club. I do not want to step foot in Canton. It's not as bad as you guys think. It's not.
No, it's wonderful.
You're right. Maybe the church at St. John's. It's not St. John's anymore. The basement.
Well,
can we get the
church
basement?
Itself is St. Ramiro's, but I think the
St. Ramiro's basement
school is still St. John's, right?
Yeah. Oh, it could be. Could we get the basement at St. John's? Yeah, all right, Eric. We got a lot of people that are no on the town club. So yeah, maybe the Legion.
All right. So you don't want me to set everything up? Are you telling me you're taking it over?
No, I'm not taking it over. Folks, we're live right now. Oh,
is Rocco texting you?
No. I'm surprised Rocco didn't text me because you know what? Here's the thing. Rocco did a very nice thing. You know, there you go, Rocco. Well, wait. First, happy birthday, Jen. Happy birthday.
Happy
Justice
birthday,
John O'Keefe. There you go. And Rocco, look at that. Look at the machinery he used and everything. Clean. You know. Now,
I wonder if
you
he
could,
sprinkled that area with wood chips, would it have dried it up?
He couldn't have put any salt out there or anything. Calcium? No. Just asking.
I know.
Yep.
I
My
know.
foot. Hey, for anyone that's asking, no one asked. My foot's coming along okay. All right. It is the big 5-0. Jen turned 50. It's the big 5-0 for her.
About time.
Poor thing.
John, what you'd do to you'd kill to be 5-0 again, right?
I turned 54 this year. Yeah, I turned 54 this year.
You're still a young lad.
Yeah. So, let me double check real quick. Let me see if I want to see if the Free Billy Tibbetts
Any more? Yeah.
Anything more from the Billy Tibbetts front?
John, I'm not. You know, when we're ready to shut it down, can I play the outgoing video?
You got to make one first.
No, it's there. It's the one I want to hear again.
Oh, wait. Oh, Kaisers, you did ask how my toe was earlier, and I missed it. Yeah,
John, you want to show us your toe?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, Jesus. It's coming back. There's almost
it's
almost
still
blood in
sliced.
there.
It's still sliced right there across. From
you all done with the antibiotics?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's in the bag in my car.
Oh, you're the worst.
I'm not good with this stuff.
Are you saying you never took them?
Oh, I took it. Oh yeah,
You
I
didn't take the
smeared
whole thing.
Oh, I smeared the stuff on every day.
It's not a pill antibiotic.
Oh no, they gave me those too.
And did you
They
take
gave me
those?
two. Yeah, I took some.
Some.
I'm not good with pills.
John, you're the worst. You're like the worst patient ever.
I don't
Either
do
take them or
drugs.
don't take them, but don't start and then stop on antibiotics.
Yeah, you know what? That's my thing. I've never finished any antibiotics ever.
You'll be good.
And
You'll be
I'm
explains a lot though.
Yeah. Explains why I'm always sick.
Yeah. Go get yourself a vaccine or two.
No, I don't. Oh, that was the worst. You should have seen the look on my face when I told the doctor I was afraid of needles. He's like, "Oh, I'm not going to use a needle." He just pulls out this shot.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was like, "Oh no!"
You made that guy's day.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
won't mind this.
Yeah, but all right. Can I go back on them? Can I start them and finish them again? I don't.
You should probably call the doc.
No, the toe's feeling good. Oh my
that's
God, I
good.
almost. So I've been going in the hot tub again, right? Not the foot. So every time I try to get in the hot tub, I got this whole little procedure to kind of get in without flopping the water and keeping my foot out and this and that. Today I go, no, that's not why I'm sick. I'm sick because I went to 2 hospitals in the same week. And they literally just sent me an email today saying they're which I didn't even know that there was a problem to begin with, that they're unmasking now because the illnesses are going down.
Great.
Did you know that?
Yeah. You don't want to ask me about that stuff. I'll get into conspiracy theories stuff.
Here it is. We are writing to update you on our masking guidance at Mass General Brigham clinics and hospitals. We've been monitoring respiratory virus activity in our community since the fall. Respiratory viruses in our community have been decreasing. Oh, really? Well, I just was there. And I got sick.
John,
Right?
I still see people driving in their cars by themselves with masks on. Nobody in the car but them. They got a mask on.
Yeah. Sheila, I don't know. I honestly didn't keep track. I don't know. But so they're taking the masks
You and
off.
I are on the same page here. You take it from
Dude,
day
we ate
one,
dirt as kids.
and then you finish it.
Yeah. We ate dirt as kids. All right.
All right. Next time they give you antibiotics, throw them out and just eat garlic. You'll be fine.
Oh, I love garlic. Yeah. Love garlic.
Yeah. Mushrooms
Yeah.
too.
No, just stick with the garlic.
Oh, the shrooms are good for you.
Oh, Mullins is on this mushroom
Yeah.
mushroom
I'm telling
coffee.
ya. Yeah, good stuff.
Ugh.
Or you could just eat portobellos.
No. Oh, I am going to start trying. You know the guy. You ever see that movie Red?
Yes.
You know the bad he's not really bad, but he's the FBI agent. He's kind of bad. He was in Red, and then he's now got a new movie out. He's like the last rodeo. He's like a bull rider, and he was also what was he, Mr. Magoo in friggin' yeah, it's called Flip 7. Hold on. What was that? What was the Captain America? Captain America cast.
Captain America has a cast of more than
60 people. Of course it does.
Pick the top 3.
No, it's Harrison Ford was in Captain America.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not.
I didn't know Harrison Ford was in Captain America. No, not Chris Evans. It's the old guy. Hold on. Let's see.
Mushroom
Red
Keith is
cast.
good too, Richie. I'm a fan.
Not John Malkovich. What the hell is this guy's name? Maybe it's Red 2. I don't know. Richard Drive. Red 2 cast.
See, John?
Yeah, I'm looking. I see it. I'm trying to. Oh, Neil McDonough. The guy's name is Neil McDonough. He's 60 years old. He's now doing The Last Rodeo. He's in Tulsa King with Rocky. What's his name from Rocky? He's in Homestead. Huh? With Stallone. Yeah.
Stallone, yeah.
Yeah. So this guy's been in a lot of movies. and he started this new, or he had put on a lot of weight for his role in Captain America, and then he's in his 60s. He's got to try to take the weight off, so he started this new. It's probably his version of the Chuck Norris. I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. He's from Boston. Is he really? Let's look. The guy's from Boston. Neil McDonough. Dorchester. He's from Dorchester.
Dorchester guy. Of course he is.
Of course he is. Look at that. Of course. And he's Irish. You know how I know he's Irish? Eric?
How?
These are his children. Catherine, Morgan, James, London. He's got a little army. Small Irish family. Yeah, he's from Dorchester. Who knew? Yeah. He was in Walking Tall. He was in Paul Blart Mall Cop, Tulsa King, which I already said. Angels in the Outfield back in 1994. Jeez. He was in Captain America back in 2000. Red 2. That's the one I saw him in. Oh, that's right. The Guardian. Yep. Walking Tall, I saw. Yeah, he was in a lot of good movies. So I'm going to try his little powder. It's a protein powder. Yes, thanks, Mullins.
What are you hoping to accomplish there?
To get under 300 pounds.
And the protein powder thing's the secret. That's the secret.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning.
Okay.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to heal up your big toe and start walking.
You got to start somewhere.
Walk in the neighborhood, yeah.
Right. With some milkshakes. So, yeah, there you go. He's a Dorchester guy. See that? Who knew? Yep, Dot Rat. So there you go. See, everybody likes his stuff. Who knew? Who knew, Eric? I'm going to be a whole new man by the time you put together that party.
Does that mean you? Well, yeah, true.
Exactly. The thing is I'm trying. I want to get away from the Dunkin' Donuts. I want to keep the pricks and ciders and get away with the Dunkin' Donuts.
John, I just want you to make one pledge with me.
What?
That prior to November, between April and November, you'll stand out with Whitey and I and other members of the Crunk
You want me to take a Friday off?
Can be Sundays. It can be any day you choose.
I'll do a Sunday with you.
We want to stand with Adam Deitch's campaign signs in both Canton and Quincy. Because at the end of the day, all roads lead to Quincy. But it's important to get the word out everywhere.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy.
All right.
No, Kerry Darling's in our chat. She's fasting for 40 days. Yeah, she's a Canton person.
The best of the best.
Yeah, they all are. All of our Cronks are.
Yeah, Kerry's been a strong Kronk supporter since day one.
Yeah,
and we appreciate.
All right,
it.
so let's bring this home. Ready? And anyone, right down here. If you want to know about Sean Good, right? Send an email. Ask him. If anything, ask him to give us an update. Ask him if there is an update. Ask him. Just ask him. Right?
Ask
him
me any question you want, but let's get to the bottom of this good gone bad situation.
Because do you think that there's a possibility that they're stalling this on purpose?
How close to retirement is he? Or having eligibility?
Is it months or
yeah, I mean, are they playing? I mean, for all we know, he needs years still, but he might be close to 25 years. And I'm assuming that if he's getting paid, these days count. So are we trying to get him to the goal line, or what's the answer? We don't know. So here we are speculating, making asses out of ourselves. But we want to know no matter what.
I'm hearing not close at all.
Okay. Then what's going on? Is there an update? I mean, is he going back to work?
Oh, I think one of our Kronks. Sorry. Yep. I don't know. I don't think he's going back to work, but I think one of our Kronks is coming through with a location for us.
What kind of
I'll
location?
Tell you afterwards. A location very close to Canton.
Yeah. No, I've already gotten that location. Listen.
You got that location too?
You can take the responsibilities away from me. We can go out of town if you want. If it's
it's barely out of town. It's barely out of town.
If it's in my responsibility, I can guarantee you we will be in the King Chronicle.
Someone's offering to help us with a location.
Or no.
Wow, you got the location too.
Hey, let's run home, and I'm going to play the outgoing video.
Go ahead. You play. My hands are up. You play the video. What do you want to play?
I just wanted to say it's always a pleasure to be back on Sundays with you, John. And now the Kronks are here.
Hey, Brandy, 3:00.
Brandy, be good.
Okay. Go ahead. Thank you, all the Kronks. Thank you, A. Atkins. Thank you, Mullins. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. And it's still cold outside.
I really can't stay.
Jen, it's the feds outside.
I've already explained.
Jen, it's the feds outside.
This timeline's been clear.
I'm hoping you'll clarify.
I gotta call now.
We'll wait right here while you make those calls.
I've answered this all before.
Jennifer, what's your hurry?
Your note is kind
Just
of
routine, nothing
aggressive,
more.
but everything I said was strong.
Just open up, we won't be
The
long.
timeline's airtight.
And the group chat's locked
Now
up tight.
The feds are here.
We really must speak with you.
Thought we were clear.
Just a couple of questions too.
Carrie, I have to
Funny how
ask
stories change. Something's beginning to feel
the
strange.
feds call you too. Hey, hi, it's Jen.
Just open up, it's freezing
I'm
out
knocking
here.
again.
Jenny, we're still outside.
Brian, where are you?
Jen, it's the feds outside.
That version sounds good.
Jen, it's the feds outside.
Morrissey, please pick up the phone.
The weather's getting rough.
Great, that clears it right away.
Please don't make this tough.
If we talk another day.
Your phone say you were busy
What
that
are the
night.
neighbors gonna say?
Steps, text till daylight.
You're misreading all the
Just
signs.
open up, it's freezing here.
My memory's so unclear.
We're standing by the door.
I've already explained.
Jen, it's the feds outside.
I'd love to help, but gosh, oh dear.
Jen, it's the feds. We can't wait no
I
more.
need just one more minute.
We've been standing at your door.
I was just brushing my
That's
teeth.
what you said before.
Jenny the feds.
Jenny, it's the feds. Jenny the feds. Jenny the feds outside.